welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I am going to be doing a little bit of a haul slash review video of a bunch of stuff I bought a couple months ago from Aliexpress. Now if you don't know what Aliexpress is, it's basically kind of like, it's a lot like Amazon in the sense that there's multiple sellers selling things on one website, but it's a Chinese website, and so all of the stuff comes straight from China, which means that, I mean, same with Amazon honestly, but it means that a lot of the quality can be a little bit sketchy or a little bit varied, and you don't really know what you're gonna get. People often post pictures of other people's products, like other brands' products, and then try to make a dupe, and then you get the dupe and it looks nothing like the picture. One of that happens in this video, for example. So yeah, I kind of want to talk about my experience with ordering from AliExpress and whether I recommend it and whether I'm going to be doing it again, and etc, etc, etc. First of all, ordering from AliExpress, it was fine. It was cheap. It was really cheap. Like, all the items in this haul are pretty inexpensive. I linked them all down below, and I will tell you the price that I bought them at as well. It's a really hard website to browse, I found. It just doesn't really have a lot of options in the same way that other websites have, where you want to look for a specific thing. So the key with buying on AliExpress is that you have to pay attention to how many times something has been ordered and how many times someone's reviewed it and what the review is. So it tells you all those numbers. It tells you the number of orders and then the number of reviews and then average of the star rating out of 5. And so if you are ordering something from it, it's better to order something that has a couple hundred, even thousand if you can find it, orders, and with a similar number of reviews, and those reviews all being positive. That's kind of how you can tell whether or not it's going to be a dupe of someone else's product, or if it's going to be just like not what the picture says it's going to be or whatever. So most of these things had several different reviews and had good reviews. So I guess it's not a foolproof plan, but it did get me some pretty nice pieces. Yeah, let's get right into it, I guess. So I'm just gonna go, well, first I'm gonna show you the biggest disappointment that's ever happened to me. That's not true at all. But this dress is actually the first thing I saw when I went onto AliExpress for this order. I really wanted it. I made this order in December, by the way, or no, in November. Actually, you know what? I made it on November 11th because there's an 11/11 sale. So yeah, I made it on November 11th, and I got it like mid-December. So it takes a long time for things to get there, especially if you choose free shipping, but I digress. So I saw this dress. It was really, really cute. I'll put it up on the screen here. I thought it was so adorable. I love the velvet. I love like the shape of it, and I thought that it would be flattering on me. And so I decided to order it. It was the first thing in my cart. And then I received this, which I'll give it is vaguely the same shape as the dress in the picture, except for the sleeves don't have anything interesting on them. And it's shit. Like, it's made out of, it has this like really awful like polyester lining, and the velvet is not at all, it's not even velvet really. It's more like almost like a really fake suede. It doesn't look like the picture at all, basically. I got the blue, obviously, and it's tiny. It's like barely a top. I tried putting it on just to see if I could even wear it as a top, and it doesn't fit me at all. It's so tiny. So this is a good example of what I'm talking about, where when you're looking on AliExpress, a big red flag actually is when you see the picture of the product is like, it looks like it's taken from someone's Instagram, which this looks like. It's a picture, it's like a mirror image or a mirror like selfie. That's a good clue that it's going to be a dupe of someone else's product, because they just took this picture, tried to recreate the dress terribly, and sold it as that dress. The weird thing is that there's a ton of really good reviews on this dress that are like, this is amazing, this is exactly what the picture looks like, I love it, I wear it all the time, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, okay, did I get like a crappy second run of the dress or something? Because this is not what's in the picture. Like, it's just not. So this is pretty disappointing. I kind of kept it as a joke and for this video. So I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I guess donate it and maybe someone can wear it. Someone who's like a child and actually can fit in this can wear this. So that was the most disappointing thing that I got from my order. The other things, there's a couple other things that disappointed me, but it's mostly because they just didn't fit or something like that, which is not necessarily the seller's fault or really my fault. It's just like kind of a miscommunication. And to be fair, that dress was $6, so I guess you could say you get what you pay for, but a lot of these items were really cheap like that, and they were good items, so it was just a dupe that was not very well executed. Next thing I'm going to show is one of those things I mentioned earlier where it just doesn't fit me, and so I'm disappointed, but I mean, what can you do? And that is this overall dress thingy. I got the black color. I got it in, I believe, large. Yeah, I got it in black and large. I definitely should have gotten an extra large or maybe even an extra large just to make it like comfy. But yeah, it's basically exactly what the listing said it was gonna be. It's corduroy. It's like a cute little dress thing. It's supposed to, you know, be like this. But yeah, this was $8. I'm gonna be rounding up to the nearest dollar, just so you know. So this is $8. And yeah, I mean, it's not, it's for summer, obviously. It's not very warm, or very long. But yeah, it is a cute little piece. It just doesn't fit me. It also feels kind of cheaply made. Like there's no lining or anything inside of it. It's just kind of sewn together. So I wouldn't expect this to last very many wears, which is kind of a bummer, but yeah. Okay, so the next couple things I actually got from the same seller. Everything else has been from different sellers so far. So the first thing I got from the seller is this, I think the color is described as khaki colored cardigan. So yeah, it's just this nice little cardigan. It's got kind of like a flare at the bottom of it. The sleeves are a little bit short on me, but I mean, what are you gonna do with that? But yeah, so it's just this like light cardigan that you can throw over anything you want. I'm really happy with it. It's a really nice stretchy material, so it can be fit, like, and like I said, how the sleeves are too short, it doesn't really matter because it's so stretchy. I can just pull it over down to the rest of my hand. And I really like the shape of it. I find it to be really flattering and for it to like accentuate an outfit you're wearing a lot better because it's got like a little bit of a hang. Like I know there was like a fad for a while where it was like the front of your cardigan should hang down like really low, and this kind of has that, but it's just a little bit. So yeah, I'm quite happy with that. And that's what it was, $8. And then from the same seller, I bought a bunch of socks. I bought 3 pairs of socks, and all I have to show you is 2.5 socks. So each of these pairs of socks are about $3, and they're described as over the knee, which they are not, as you can see. But I mean, I guess they could be if you're really thin and you stretch them. I'm not really thin, so most of the stretchiness of the socks is taken up by fitting around my calf. So they barely even make it to my knee. But again, that's not really their fault. Like, the product is what I wanted, it's what I expected, it's stretchy, the colors are spot on. I got this like dark cocoa brown, this nice warm red, and I also got like a khaki color, kind of like this sweater. They're like, they feel nice and warm, and like, you know, they're actually knit socks, and yeah, I think they're a good product. They just don't quite fit me perfectly. I guess the moral, if you're gonna take anything out of this video, it's the fact that Asian sizes and sizes on AliExpress run small, and to look at the size charts and know your sizes. Like next time before I order, I'm actually gonna measure myself and make sure that these items are gonna fit. The rest of the socks, by the way, are just in the wash. I didn't just like randomly lose them. The next 2 items are from the same seller as well. First thing I got was this little fake collar thingy. I've worn it in videos before actually, and it's just like this little like neck piece collar that you can put underneath a sweater or a shirt, and it makes it, and then you like flop this over the top and it makes it look like you're wearing a collared shirt underneath. I don't own a collared shirt. Well, technically I do, but it's way too small and it was for cosplay. So I think that this adds like a little bit of like class up to an outfit that maybe is just like a plain sweater and leggings, but now I have a fancy collared shirt underneath. The only thing that I don't like about this is that this part of it is really small, as you can see. Like it doesn't go very far past where the actual collar is. So I have a hard time with sweaters that have a bit of like if they're not like right at your collarbone, basically they're anywhere closer, like anywhere lower than like right here, this tends to slip out, and then that kind of obviously like ruins the illusion. But other than that, it's like a good size. I'm sure it's only one size. Yeah, there's only one size. But the listing that I actually got it from has a bunch of different sizes, so, or a bunch of different, I just said there's no sizes. Has a bunch of different shapes and styles, and I think some of them had kind of more of a bib to them. So this was $4. The other thing I got from that shop is this tank top. It's just like this, it's tiny, first of all. It's this little tank top. It's got this cute little lace kind of at the top. And I know you're saying, Nicole, there's no absolute way that will ever fit you. And I'm gonna say, yeah, but it stretches like mad. So yeah, it does actually fit me. It's a little short, it's obviously like meant to be cropped. But yeah, it stretches quite a lot, so I can get it around myself. It makes it even more cropped on my body because, like I said, with the socks, because it's spending so much of its stretchiness going this way and not a lot of it going this way. It's also not as stretchy this way. It's totally see-through, is one thing I don't like about it, and especially since it's such a small piece, you can't really hide, you know, a tank top underneath it or anything like that. It's kind of like you have to either own it or wear a bandeau. But yeah, again, I kind of just wish I had looked a little bit longer at the sizing charts and realized that it was supposed to be cropped. I just assumed that it was supposed to be, like in the pictures it looks nice and long, but it's also you know, not on a human being, so it's kind of hard to tell the dimensions. But yeah, I do like it. It's a good, nice item. It's actually knit. It's actually like, you know, sewn together, and it's not like a polyester like rip off. I don't really like how the back of it works. Like it's like they sewed the straps on to be ripped off. Like instead of it being coming out of the top, it's coming out of the hem downwards, and then it comes back up. So that's kind of weird, but I really like the color, and yeah, I thought it was cute. That top was $6. The next thing I got is actually a pair of boots that I am super pleased with, actually. Like, I'm so surprised about how well these like came. They're gonna be a little dirty because I've been wearing them for like months, but these red boots are the best. I'm a little nervous to show you inside because they're dirty, but they have this like fuzzy, fluffy lining all the way down to the toe. It's not just like just make it look like it's got this fluffy lining and then it doesn't all the way. It's red, they're red, they came in a couple different colors, I think, and they're suede, which aren't really normally good in snow or in water, but if you use like a weatherproofing spray or like a waterproofing spray on them, my mom did that before Christmas or while I was home for Christmas, and they haven't given me a problem since. I don't notice my feet getting wet or anything like that with them. Yeah, I really love these boots. I was so shocked with how high quality they were when I pulled them out. They were only $15, and they honestly, like, I feel like you could get boots like these for like $50, $60 at like a different like shoe store because they're so nice. They've wrinkled a little bit from me wearing them, but like I said, this is after I got them in like early December, and I've been wearing them since then. It's early February, and I've been wearing nothing but them basically, like except for occasionally if I'm like dressing up, I'll wear something different. But these are my dog walking boots. These are my, you know, going grocery shopping boots. These are like been worn to hell and back, so they've held up quite well. I also got a second pair of boots, which are these cute little, almost like Peter Pan-esque little booties. So these were actually $30, which is a lot more on par with like American prices, which is fine because they're really high quality boots. I like they're suede again, so I needed to use the waterproofing spray, but I haven't had any problems with them. I don't wear them nearly as much as those boots because they're not lined with fur, they're not super high to keep the snow out. They're more of a fancy kind of, I want to dress up a little bit more boot, but I have worn them a couple times and they're really comfortable. The one thing I will say about both of these boots is that I've noticed that even though I chose like size 10, they're a bit tight. So I would recommend at least half a size sizing up when you're buying boots from AliExpress or from like Asian websites, because I feel like they run small as well. But yeah, I thought these were really, really cute. They do that thing where they clack when you're walking, which can be kind of annoying, but I really wanted boots like these forever. Like I've really wanted like low heel ankle boots, and yeah, I'm really happy with these ones. The next thing I got is actually quickly becoming one of my favorite shirts, and it's this white shirt. It's got 3/4 length sleeves, actually more like a 1/3 length sleeve, but yeah, it's just a white top with some stripes on it. It's really stretchy. It's totally see-through, obviously, as most white tops are, whether they're good quality or not. So I have to wear a tank top underneath it, but I do that honestly with like almost all my tops, so I'm not exactly upset about that. I like where the collar sits. It's surprisingly warm, actually, for what it's made out of. It's exactly my size. It fits me perfectly. It's long enough. It's great. I love this shirt. It was only $5 too, so I'm really happy with that. I highly recommend this. Next, I got a black skirt, which is right here. As you'll see, it doesn't quite match what the picture says it's gonna be. I think it's a bit, I mean, maybe it's because it's such a bigger size than the picture is probably, but I haven't actually worn this yet because I only just got it not that long ago. I'm like still receiving things. Actually, there's something I never received, and AliExpress automatically closed the order on me without me receiving it, so I don't know if I'm ever gonna receive that. But so yeah, it's just like little like skater skirt kind of thing. It has a lining, which I really like, just to try to kind of keep your modesty if there's like some wind. It also is very stretchy. Like there's elastic at the back, so it kind of can stretch out a lot more, which is a lot more comfortable for if you want to wear it. Like right now, this fits me like high up on my waist, but I can pull it down a little bit if I let the elastic kind of take the brunt of that. It also came with a belt that wouldn't even fit around this. Like it does not fit me, and it doesn't even fit around the own skirt that it came with. Like clearly it's a skirt it's a belt that's like meant to be worn with the smaller sizes, and they just sent it anyways, which is kind of a bummer. But basically this has been hanging in the bathroom for a couple days now, hoping that it will get de-wrinkled by the steam of the shower, which normally works, but this is so aggressively wrinkled from being in the mail for so long that I think I'm gonna have to iron it, which is a huge bummer. I freaking hate ironing. But yeah, it's for 10 bucks, I mean. And finally I got this cute little red skirt with buttons down the front that does not even, as you can probably tell by looking at it, remotely fit me. Actually, I guess that's not true. It technically does fit me, but it puts a lot of strain on these poor buttons. So I haven't worn it yet. I don't know if I ever will get to wear it. So I'm gonna hold on to it for now. Maybe I'll be able to wear it in a couple months. But yeah, it's perfectly well made as far as like quality. It's made out of some sort of suede material. The one thing I will say that bugged me about it is, I mean, I guess if it fit you properly and you could just pull it up and down, it'd be fine, but this is like a real, like this isn't just buttons for decoration, this is actually like a thing that you can open up and it's like fully opens up. So that can be annoying if you want to, you know, take it off and put it on and you need to undo the buttons. Like, it's like a whole bunch of buttons to do. And there's no like sneaky zipper on the side that you can use instead. So that's kind of annoying, but it's a cute skirt. And it was $6. So yeah, that is all I got in my first order from AliExpress. It was a pretty mixed bag. There was a couple things that I really liked, that I have been wearing a ton and will continue to get a lot of wear out of. And then there's a couple things that were like, you know, it doesn't quite fit me even though I ordered my size, and you know, it kind of doesn't stretch in the right way. And then there was a couple total fails where I was like, this is not what I ordered at all. How are you even getting away with this? I guess that's pretty good for my first order ever. I'm sure a lot of people, the first time they order something off AliExpress, is terrible. So I did get that fail first, the first thing I got out of my order, because it ships all separately because it's from different sellers, right? So the first thing I got in the mail was that dress, and I was like, is this what all of them are gonna be like? Because this is such a bummer. But luckily it wasn't the case. So yeah, I already have another order in the works actually. I'm going to be making it probably in the next couple months with what I learned from this experience, put it towards that experience. So yeah, let me guys know if you want to see another haul, see what my second shopping experience in AliExpress goes. And yeah, until then, well not until then, until I make another video next week, later days.